Hey folks, let's take a closer look at the Galaxy A55 5G and the Galaxy A54 5G to compare their new features and strengths and weaknesses. Samsung has unveiled the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G, their enticing new mid-range model for 2024. But how does it stack up against the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G from the previous year? Although the two devices may appear to be extremely similar at first glance, with a largely comparable appearance and a ton of technology in common, the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G from this year has some significant improvements over its predecessor that make it an especially alluring upgrade. Although we haven't had much time with the Galaxy A55 5G yet, we have had a lot of time with the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G from the previous year. Having said that, to assist you in selecting the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G that best suits your needs, here are the latest features. The Samsung Galaxy A55 5G's hardware configuration is essentially the same as last year's Samsung Galaxy A54 5G, including a 50 megapixels main camera with optical image stabilization, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera, and a 5 megapixels macro. That's not a bad thing in and of itself, given that we weren't too disappointed with the Galaxy A54 5G's camera performance last year, even though it wasn't the greatest at the price range. Nevertheless, Samsung has enhanced the ISP's AI processing, which powers the camera configuration. The business says that with a new version of its nightography technology, it captures clearer and more vibrant photos, even in poor lighting conditions, in comparison to the mid-ranger from the previous year. It also adds night portrait mode and 12-bit HDR video to the series for the first time. Though it looks adequate on paper, it remains to be seen if that will enable the Galaxy A55 5G to compete with some of the surprisingly well-equipped mid-range rivals, such the Google Pixel 7a. A yearly upgrade wouldn't be complete without a new processor, and the Galaxy A55 5G this year delivers on that front as well, with a new Samsung Exynos 1480 chipset, 8 GB of RAM, and 128 or 256 GB of storage, depending on the model you choose. In contrast, the Exynos 1380, which is now a year old, is featured in the Galaxy A54 5G, along with the same 8 GB of RAM and 128 or 256 GB of storage. We discovered that when using the Galaxy A54 5G to play games and browse on social media, there would occasionally be some lag and stuttering. As such, it will be fascinating to benchmark the updated model. As more affordable smartphones get more capable, flagship-level technology tends to find its way down to mid-rangers. This appears to be the case with the Galaxy A55 5G and the addition of Samsung Knox support. It effectively offers better security to the mid-ranger and is the first time it has been seen on the Samsung A series. Normally, it is limited to high-end Samsung alternatives like the Galaxy S24 or foldables like the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and Z Fold 5. With a dedicated chipset, this hardware-level security can, according to Samsung, provide comprehensive protection against both hardware and software attacks by essentially isolating the secure environment from the main system and safeguarding sensitive data from hackers, including PIN codes, passwords, credentials, and more. Although it was considered a rare occurrence to receive multiple OS updates from a mid-range Android smartphone a few years ago, the industry has made significant progress in that regard. Multiple OS upgrades are now commonplace for Android smartphones, even the more affordable models. As a result, Samsung has had to strengthen its long-term software support with the Galaxy A55 5G this year in order to differentiate itself in a more crowded market. Nevertheless, the Galaxy A55 5G and the less expensive A35 5G will receive 5 years of security updates and 4 OS upgrades, bringing the phone up to Android 18. It's a great upgrade that will ensure your Galaxy A55 5G will continue to receive new software features for the next several years, but it's not nearly as extensive as the 7 years of OS upgrades offered by the Samsung Galaxy S24 series and the Google Pixel 8 range. For comparison, the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G from the previous year included 4 years of security fixes and 3 OS upgrades, which were still quite good. In other words, Samsung has effectively given the Galaxy A55 a full year's extra life at no further cost. The Galaxy A55 5G is marginally less expensive than the Galaxy A54 5G from the previous year, even with its enhanced capabilities included. Depending on whether you chose 128 or 256 GB of storage, the Galaxy A54 5G would have cost £449 or £499. In contrast, the Galaxy A55 5G this year would cost a somewhat lower £439 and £489 for the same storage options. Even though the Galaxy A54 5G is only a year old and retails for significantly less than £449, it's encouraging to see Samsung making an effort to elevate the device in the crowded mid-range market. While the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G is scheduled for release on March 20, 2024, the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G is currently on sale. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions or would need further information on any issue covered in the video. God bless you, and I appreciate you watching.